Going to take a look at my phone, which has no display. The buttons are a little bit undependable. Okay, so they're working now, but the phone keypad is dodgy as well, so we'll take a look at it, see what we can do. So after taking the back cover off and the battery out, it reveals these two screws, which I'm going to remove to take the back off. It's like there's three screws holding the printed circuit board in place, two at the bottom here, one at the top, and this one that is near the antenna connection. Found the reason for the keyboard being unreliable, and that's this residue that's collected on the pads for each of the buttons. So I'm going to clean this off with some isopropyl alcohol, and also clean the buttons themselves. The carbon on the buttons look a little sticky with some residue, so maybe something was had leaked into the phone at some point. As you can see, there was plenty of residue that had collected on the buttons, and you can see they're nice and clean now. So hopefully that will improve the functioning of the buttons at least. I've noticed a similar thing happens with the remote button for cars. The contacts here, they get covered with a residue over time. I don't know whether it's just dirt off people's hands or what it is, but it tends to creep underneath the buttons, the carbon contacts that touch the printed circuit board, and after a while causes the buttons to malfunction. So a little bit of isopropyl alcohol just takes that straight off, cleans it all up, and they function properly after that. Right, the display is held on by these clips on the side, on each side, so I'm going to prise these up and try and remove the display gently. So I took this ribbon cable out here. You just have to pull these little black pieces in this direction and it releases the ribbon. So I took the ribbon out, I gave it a good clean with some isopropyl alcohol. I also put some isopropyl alcohol in the connector itself, hopefully to clean up the contacts, and then reseated this ribbon cable that goes up to the display. So hopefully that's made a difference. Well, it's back together, and I haven't put the screws back in yet, but I'm going to put the battery in and give it a quick test and see how it works. And oh yeah, there's a display. 32 missed calls. So yeah, it's working. Looks like the contrast might need adjusting, but right now it seems to be working, so I'm going to put the remainder of the screws back in. So this was a Panasonic TG-2356, and it was very dirty, as you can see. Behind that keypad there was a whole bunch of dirt between the front cover and this keypad, which I actually took this keypad and gave it a good wash with some soap and hot water, and that cleaned that up nicely. I then dried it well and cleaned it again with some isopropyl alcohol, and cleaned the cover. The front cover was very dirty. Keypad is a little worn, but everything seems to function. So I'm going to put the battery back in and reassemble it, and that will be back into service. So I just got into the menu and looked at the contrast setting, and it was at maximum, obviously to try and bring a display back at some point, but now I've put it round about the mid setting and everything seems to be working fine on the display. So that's finally brought the display back on the on this phone. So I'm very pleased. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up.